Breaking news. Buhari gets 2 weeks deadline to probe missing 106 billion naira currently missing. Some people have referred and has called Buhari a thief. That's what some people call the president of the country. Okay, their words, not mine. They said his failure, his acceptance of the evil going on. They say silence, they say is a consensus. It shows that you are happy, you have no need for things to change, and it shows that you are, you're not bothered about what is happening because everything is in order as far as you can see and you can speak. They've called President Muhammadu Buhari that if he does not prove this within 2 weeks, himself is a thief, and what happens to thief will also be done to him. He'll be taken to the courts. I don't know how possible that will be because this man has been taken to court a number of times. Nothing they happen. Attorney General himself keep changing the law. Every day we have different perspective to what Nigerian law is. Anyway, they don't give am ultimatum. Now 2 weeks. Let's make you tell us how 106 billion take leg, take waka. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if this is your first time. God bless you. Buhari gets 2 weeks deadline to probe missing 106 billion naira. President Muhammadu Buhari has been given 2 weeks deadline to investigate allegations that 106 billion naira of public funds were missing from 149 ministries, departments, agencies, MDAs, as documented in the 2018 annual audit report of the Auditor General of the Federation. The 2 weeks deadline was issued by the Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP. SERAP urged the President to direct the Attorney General of the Federation, the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami San, to appropriate anti-corruption agencies to investigate the allegations. Responsible Syrup said anyone suspected to be responsible should face the prosecution as appropriate if there is sufficient admissible evidence, and any missing funds should fully be recovered and returned to the state treasury. Syrup also urged him to direct Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, to create a system of public announcement of names and shame the individuals 149 AMDs, including those reportedly who have failed to remit over 55 billion naira of their revenue awarded contract of over 18 billion naira for service not rendered and spent over 23 billion without supporting documents. In the letter dated 17th April 2021, this and signed by Syrup Deputy Director Kolawole, the organization said the reported missing funds reflect the failure of the indicated AMDs to ensure strict compliance with transparency, accountability, rules and regulations, and the failure of leadership of the MDs to foster instrumentation that uphold the rule of law and human rights in the country. According to Syrup, recovering the alleged missing public fund will reduce the pressure on the federal government to borrow more money to fund the budget, enabling the authorities to make the country human rights obligation and processes realize Nigerians' right to quality health care and education, as well as reduce the growing level of public debt. The letter reads in parts: Syrup urges you to ask Mrs. Ahmed and Mrs. Ahmed and Mr. Ahmed Idris, the Accountant General of the Federation, to explain why they allegedly failed to ensure strict compliance with relevant legislation, rules, and regulation across all AMDs, despite warning and recommendation by the Auditor General. Syrup also urged you to direct Mrs. Ahmed to publicly put full details of yearly budget of the AMDs and issue regular updates that adequately detail their expenditure, including by making any such information easily accessible in form that can be understood by the general public. The Auditor General states that the alleged infrastructures of the 149 AMDs could have been prevented if the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning and the Accountant General of the Federation has heed to warning to ensure strict compliance with relevant regulations, rules, and regulations across the AMDs. This wouldn't have been happening. Syrup consigned that the alleged missing public fund have have hindered the ability of the AMDs to meet needs of average citizens, as the missing fund could have helped the government to investigate the key public goods and service and to improve access to Nigerians who desperately need these services. Investigating and prosecuting the alleged grant corruption documented by the Auditor General will improve the chance of success of this government upfront and the commitment to public corruption fighting, and end the impunity of perpetrators, and will improve the dignity of this said administration. Any failure in prompt investigation and allegations and prosecution of suspected perpetrators would breach Nigeria anti-corruption legislation and country international anti-corruption obligation. We would be grateful if the recommended measures are taken within 14 days of the receipt and the publication of this letter. If we have not heard from you by then the incorporation trustee of Syrup shall take all appropriate legal action to make the government comply with our request in the public interest so that Nigeria can be free from this hurdle. Syrup has successfully analyzed the recent release of 2018 budget reported by the Auditor General of the Federation, and our analysis revealed that GROM alleging of over 105 billion of public funds are missing, misappropriated, or unaccounted for. According to the Editor General, 35 AMDs failed to remit 46 billion to generate revenue for 5 billion of statutory debts, including value tax, upholding tax, and stamp duties in 2018, and these are spilled, and the money continued to swell up to 2021. My people, leave us a comment. Now, money that they cost, so not be another thing on our money. Let us hear from you. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Bye for now.